I just know that like I have enough right now. I don't need to work like crazy. I'd rather spend a bunch of time with my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think you have to build up to that and get your money working for you, which is what I've done. At first, I accumulated money. Now I'm like, all right, I got this money. It's doing nothing, just sitting. Let me go deploy it into this real estate deal. Let me put it into this. Let me have it make me a return. I view money as like little green soldiers, and I deploy them out into battle. And if they're good, they'll have little soldier babies, right? And those little soldier babies will come back to daddy. They'll come back to the sergeant, and then I'll deploy them again, and they'll make babies. So like, I just view money that way. When it comes in, I'm like, all right, go back out, make me more. So I don't have to work for it.
Yep.
The money works for me.
So I like that. It's a really interesting mindset to have around it too. Like, because you talk about this in cycles, and I like to emphasize this. There was a season where you said you went out and you earned the money. Mm-hmm. So I call that the active income phase of, I call it like the circle of wealth business plan. And there's an active income season where no matter who a person is, they've got to go into a seasonality of, I need to go out and make capital. Mm-hmm. I need to go and produce. I need to go and say, I am my soldier. I am my army. I have to go to war.
Yep.
And then as you go out and you bring back the little green soldiers, now you're in the passive phase where you're now deploying your soldiers out for you. So
you got to earn your stripes.
I love that. So as you started deploying your soldiers out, you got pretty niche in the way you deploy them too. Mm-hmm. Because everyone knows we can just kind of put money into a deal, but you started cycling your money through something, your own personal bank, before you put it out into a deal. Mm-hmm. Can we talk about that? Because
we can talk about that all day.
Yeah.
So guys, in 2020, so I left my job in 2019, right? Got my first real estate deal. I locked it up. Like I said, didn't close for 4 months. I closed my first one. It was a wholesale deal in New Mexico. I JV'd it with someone out there. I made $800.
Damn.
It was January 13th of 2020. I was like, it could have been $1 million check. Cause like I was like, I can create income. I don't have to be an employee. Yep. So I knew it was possible then. So I started going to all these meetups, just talking to people. I'm like, hey, let's JV some deals. I've got some capital. In real estate, there's 3 things you can bring. You can bring the know-how of how to do the labor. I can't swing a hammer, so I can't bring value there.
Same.
You can bring the deal, or you can bring the capital. There's only 3 things you can do. I got really good at finding deals, and I had some capital. So I had 2 pieces of the puzzle. I just needed to find people that had crews and things like this. So from January 13th when I got that first deal till March 15th when like COVID hit, I had done 8 real estate deals, wholesale and flips, 0 marketing, just going and meeting people, right? COVID hits and I'm like, shit, meetups went away. I can't go to any meetups anymore. So I started learning, and I'm listening to podcasts, reading books. I heard this podcast about becoming the bank. And I was like, that makes so much freaking sense. Because if you think about it, your money flows somewhere, right? Everyone's does. So if it flows to your bank, if you're the bank, you can make money in banking, but also make money in whatever you're doing to make money. Real estate deals, a job, selling shoes, whatever. Doesn't matter what it is, right? You're making money in 2 places at the same time using the same dollars because you have your business and you have the business of banking where that money flows. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I found out that I could take money, put it into this banking system. I make a guaranteed growth over here, tax-free. 0 taxes, guaranteed. It'll never stop earning money. Then I can use it, not interrupt that growth, and go deploy it over here. So I'm making money here and here at the same exact time. This place is guaranteed and it's tax-free.
So one, I love that you learned this from like this. You got inspired by a podcast, right? Like, because I just want to highlight the value of like what's on the internet, and if people aren't finding value on the internet, they're just looking in the wrong place. But the fact that you're able to essentially create your own bank, and if the earnings are guaranteed, my question is why isn't everybody doing this? Like genuinely, why don't more people do this? Like what's essentially the catch, or what's the reason you see that more people don't have their own bank?
I think it's because of the vehicle that's used. The vehicle that you use to do it, the second someone hears that, they just shut off. Life insurance. What do you guys think of when you hear life insurance? A death benefit, right? Let me ask you guys a serious question. Is it called life insurance or death insurance? Like, it's advertised as a death benefit. Life insurance is a death benefit. That's what most people think. But if it's structured correctly, it can be used and should be used while you're alive. And then, oh, by the way, you're guaranteed to die. So when that happens, not if, your family gets a tax-free death benefit. Like, we have to insure houses. There's no guarantee this house is gonna burn down. We have to insure cars. There's no guarantee you're gonna crash. You're guaranteed to die. It's gonna happen. So here's the crazy part, is when I started learning this, money compounds. If you really understand the power of compound growth, it is incredible, but it needs time. So I started learning, I just need to give this thing a lot of time. So I need to start it now while I'm young. So when I'm 50, 60, 70, my money's compounding so much, I can just live off the growth and literally do nothing, right? So I started it early, keep putting money into it, keep multiplying it, so keep making it here while I take it and make it somewhere else so that I can pour more into compounding. Now I've got 13 policies. I've got policies on my parents, on my kids, on my wife. Check this out. I just got my mom and my dad a policy. I retired them by putting money in the policy. It's on their life. I own it, okay? I'm the owner of the policy, so I control it. They're the insured person. I put money in, it's guaranteed to grow, and I can instantly use that money and pay them retirement income that I never have to pay back. So then, they're guaranteed to die. Guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna pay them their entire lives. I'll always pay them more because it keeps growing. So they'll keep getting more income the longer they live. And when they pass away, the death benefit will pay off everything I paid them, and the surplus of the death benefit will go to my trust, which will buy more policies on my kids, all tax-free. Death benefit was tax-free. I paid my parents tax-free. The death benefit comes in tax-free. It buys more policies tax-free. That grows tax-free. They die. You see what I'm saying? My family gets wealthier and wealthier and wealthier just because of a simple life insurance contract.
So, like what you said, like the family gets wealthier and wealthier. By the way, like, anyone see like how excited he gets when he talks about bro, like your energy lights up when you talk about this.
Because this is the thing. Right now, I've got $40 million on my life.
Yep.
If I am driving home, God forbid, and I get in a fatal car accident, I can sleep every night knowing if something happens to me, my family is set. Like, I've provided them with a foundation of $40 million.
They're good.
That goes, again, into a trust, tax-free, and the trust dictates the money has to go into more policies, so it's gonna grow tax-free. Like, I can sleep at night knowing, like, I'm hooking my family up.
It's so funny, because I was about to ask you, how do you sleep at night? Because as you're even saying that, I'm like, this is a person, like, what do you have to worry about?